Good evening.
So we're Team Rickyshaw Ponting, and we're representing the Australian cricket team in the country of India. We're expecting to do a 14-day test match across the country. Each day we'll be challenging a local cricket team, or a local town in fact, to a game of cricket, and getting the aggregate score at the end of the 14 days to see whether Australia or India takes it on top.
What the fuck?
Takes it on top.
So my name's Kyle, and I am the mechanic on this little adventure. And I find that pretty funny because I've had a project car in the garage for the last 2 years, which is not run, and I'm no good at mechanicking. So,
or speaking apparently.
So yeah, hopefully I can help the boys fix the rickshaw.
My name's Michael. I am probably the one person on this team that brings some sort of cricketing knowledge to the field. Do you reckon? Yeah. Considering we're going to be playing a fair bit of cricket while we're over there against the Indians, hopefully that'll be somewhat useful. So yeah.
My name's Josh. I'm going on this adventure to be the driver of the team.
What? Do you have a license?
Didn't want to mention that part. Cut.
Josh will be doing all the driving.
And all the paying of the fines, just making it rain in India.
So we've known each other for a very, very long time. We've known each other since high school. We've been buddies for a long time. In fact, I just found this photo over there on Josh's shelf. Let me just, I should show you guys that one. Just covering up that other weirdo. We don't know who that is. So yeah.
It's the only photo I have in my house, actually.
It's actually true. He has got no photos of family. Do you even have a family? He's got no other photos at all. Just this one of us.
You guys are my family.
There we go.
Minus some.
We're family.
Yeah, I think definitely you have to be drunk to book the rickshaw run. It definitely looks like something could be quite dangerous, and anybody in their right sober mind probably wouldn't do it. So
yeah. I would go as far as saying no sober person in their life has booked a trip on the rickshaw run.
Would you guys say you have the support of your parents on this trip, or kind of,
absolutely? Hi mum, hi dad.
Hi mum.
My parents don't know, so hey, I'm going to India next week. Cheers.
Cheers.
So what do you think about this Golden characters? How does he compare for a teammate?
Well, I think Golden will
Nice.
bring a bit of common sense to the team, which certainly I lack, and you probably do too. So I think when we find ourselves in a spot of bother, Golden will be the one to really pull us together, get us out of the problem area, and yeah, just
Set us back on track.
carry us basically. I think Golden will carry us.
I like that.
I'm a little bit concerned though. Golden's known to be the daydreamer, so he may just not be paying attention at some critical moments, and we may end up in Pakistan for all I know.
Not whilst behind the wheel, of course.
No, once behind the wheel.
So, what do we think of big fella Kyle over there, Joshy?
Well, Kyle's a difficult one. I think he'll be very handy. Like on paper, he looks great. He's the mechanic in our team. He knows how to fix things.
Yeah.
But then in reality, I haven't actually ever seen him fix anything.
Yeah. Yeah. No, I think Kyle. I mean, he's a good talker. I think he'll be able to pretty much talk us out of any situation that we may, if we find ourselves in a sticky point somewhere. So I think he'll be quite useful in it.
Kyle's known as the negotiator. He's definitely got himself out of a few interesting situations before.
Few rough spots.
Yeah, usually with there's some tears involved, not his. I think we'll be alright.
So that's Kyle. And so Josh.
Josh, well, Josh, what do you say about a man like Joshua?
I think Josh he's up for pretty much anything. So that's good.
Yeah.
If we said, let's go this way, Josh would be like, sure, why not?
That's true. If we said, let's go through Nepal, let's do Everest while we're at it, Josh would be like, bang, let's do it. Why not? Josh is going to motivate us to get up in the morning when the times are tough, when we're, you know, running low, I think Josh will really help us out.
This will be an interesting cutscene when we go to me freaking out while you do fine.
Yes.
G'day, I'm Michael, or a lot of people will refer to me as Golden, so also known as that. The one thing I guess I can bring to the team is the one person that has some semblance of knowledge of the game of cricket. So that's going to be quite important because we aim to play a lot of cricket while we're over there against the Indians, and we are having a bit of a cricketing theme going on. I will try and bring a common sense, I think, to the team as well. It's going to be really important. With, you know, Kyle being the blabbermouth and Josh being just the guy who'll pretty much be up for anything, I think a bit of common sense will be needed to kind of balance out the team.
Hey, I'm Josh, member of Team Rickyshaw Ponting, about to head over to India on the Rickshaw Run. My role on the team is a little bit questionable compared to the other guys. I can't drive, I don't have my license, don't know how to fix anything, don't know how to play cricket, which is questionable why I'm wearing that as well, and I generally get lost a lot, so I'm not sure how this is going to turn out.
What's the question? Hello, everybody. Let me start that again. This thing's cutting circulation to my brain. So my name's Kyle, and I'll be doing the Rickshaw Run with Josh and Golden. They've designated me the mechanic on this particular run, and I find that very hard to believe given that I've got a car that hasn't run in over 2 years. I've never fixed anything in my life. In fact, I've broken a lot of things, broken a lot of hearts. Definitely broken a lot of hearts. So yeah, I don't know why I'm the fixer on this run, but yeah.
So why the Rickshaw Run for me? It's pretty much the craziest thing I've ever heard, driving 2,500 kilometers across a country that I don't know. I'm going to see the good and the bad of India. I'm going to meet a lot of people and hopefully come away with a greater, deeper understanding of their culture, and hopefully find myself in the process.
So why the Rickshaw Run? Why would I sign myself up to a 2,500 kilometer journey across India? Well, the truth of the matter is I was very drunk when I decided to make this Rickshaw Run. I was in a tent with my friends, and we decided to sign up. So that's why I'm doing this particular Rickshaw Run. Also, of course, charity, right? Everybody loves charity, and I love Cool Earth. That's a fantastic organisation that I want to support. So that's why I'm doing the Rickshaw Run.
So why did I sign up for the Rickshaw Run? Well, I've always wanted to go to India, and I've always found that the best way to travel anywhere is to try and be as far away from an actual tourist as possible. So try and really immerse yourself with the locals in the culture, try and see some of the off the beaten track kind of places that you never would see if you were just a regular tourist. And I thought the Rickshaw Run's going to be a really awesome opportunity to do that sort of thing, so that's why I'm here.
So I do have some concerns about going on this particular trip, mainly the deserts of Rajasthan. These are harsh desert environments where you do not tread lightly. They are very inhospitable environments, and I know for a fact that we're going to break down, we're going to have issues along the way, and being in a desert where potentially there's no one around is going to be very, very difficult to deal with. So those are my concerns.
So the thing I'm most concerned about for this Rickshaw Run is that we're actually dressed as the Australian cricket team, and at the same time we'll be there is the Cricket World Cup. If Australia win the World Cup and we start parading through across India, then I think we might find ourselves in a little bit of trouble. So that one could turn out pretty poorly for us. We'll wait and see. The thing I'm most looking forward to on the Rickshaw Run is that I think we're going to have some adventures. Some bad things are going to happen, but I like to think a lot of good things will happen too. Hopefully we won't get arrested, hopefully we won't crash, but anything's possible, so we'll see.
Predictions, definitely, if possible, I haven't really even looked at the map yet, but I would love to go to the Ganges. I would love to swim in the Ganges. I would love to be in the Ganges. I think it would be a very spiritual experience. And that's definitely something that I want to see happen on this particular trip.
The thing I'm most concerned about on the rickshaw run is, I guess, making it to the finish line on time. I'm pretty much a fly in, fly out kind of go for this trip, arriving just before the start, leaving just after the end. So if things don't go according to plan, there could be a few issues in terms of flights and getting back home and that sort of thing. So let's hope that we get to the finish line on time and that we've allowed ourselves enough time to get there.
So why would I sign myself up to the rickshaw run? A 2,500 kilometre journey across a country that's, I was going to say a country that's very inhospitable, but I can't say that because that's just rude to the Indians. So I'll need to start this again.
Go.
So why, sorry.
Well, I guess on the rickshaw run, one of the things that I can definitely predict will happen is that we'll play a lot of cricket. We will definitely break down at some point. I'm kind of hoping that maybe at some point, we might get some assistance from the locals. I'm looking forward to interacting with the locals a bit. So I think I'm hoping that that'll be something that'll happen a lot. Not so sure about that.
So going on this trip with Josh, I think is going to be very interesting. Josh is like a fun magnet. So Josh brings the fun to you. You don't have to go find fun when Josh is around. So I think that's going to be a really good thing to have on the rickshaw run. Wherever we go, the fun will go. So that's great. Having Golden on the trip is going to be great because he has a very historical knowledge of the game of cricket. So he will be able to pull out the stats, the figures. He knows who people are in cricket. And I think that's going to be very important because we're going to a cricket mad nation here. We're going to be playing cricket against like a billion Indian people who have a very fine knowledge of this wonderful game. So I think having Michael on the trip is going to be fantastic.
Cool. So the idea behind Team Rickyshaw Ponting is that the whole of the rickshaw run becomes pretty much an extended test match of cricket. So basically a 14-day test match. Every day we, at some point along, our travels will stop. We'll pull out our cricket bat and cricket ball and we'll just start playing a bit of cricket with the locals.
Hitting the balls around.
And we'll try and tally up all the scores from each little game that we play every day and have an aggregate score for Australia, which being us versus the Indians, being the locals, and we'll just see who comes out on top. Should be quite interesting. Okay.
Well, these guys are going to get naked at some point.
That's pretty much a certainty. I'm sure it's pretty safe to predict that we're gonna break down at some point. There's going to be some sort of issue with the rickshaw.
Yeah. I'll be surprised if we start.
If we start?
Yeah.
Love the confidence, Joshy.
Down here.
Loving the confidence. Positive thoughts.
What was the question?
Question was, what do we predict will happen?
Yeah, I think predictions for the rickshaw run.
It's hard to say. We're going into a country that's inherently very unpredictable.
Yeah, going into the unknown, if you will.
We are off into the unknown, aren't we? So
I like to see ourselves as travellers of years gone past.
We're pioneers. I mean, there's no question.
Some question.
Some question. Next question.
I'm most concerned about us being dressed as the Australian cricket team, being in India. There's a World Cup going on just as we arrive. If Australia happen to win, we're dressed as the Australian cricket team. Our rickshaw is painted in Australian colours, and we'll be driving through some pretty interesting areas. I think we'll be in a bit of a world of pain if things go badly.
I also think a cricketing theme can work in our favour, though. The locals love cricket. They'll see if they even think for half a second that we could possibly be the actual Australian cricket team.
Which they would.
Which would be laughable, but it's possible.
Treated like royalty.
then exactly, they'll love it. They'll be like, hey, look at these guys. So
Yeah, one of the things I'm most looking forward to is when we rock up into a pretty much really random remote town. They think we're the Australian cricket team and we get invited to the mayor's house for dinner and possibly some tea in the morning.
yeah,
That's actually one of the challenges that we've set ourselves, isn't it?
Yeah.
I'm really looking forward to that tea.
So we are Team Rickyshaw Ponting, and we are doing a 2,500 kilometre race across India for cricket, our love of cricket, for Ricky Ponting.
Cricket,
I love cricket.
Alright, someone else want to have a shot at this?
No, you did so well.
Alright. So we are Team
I think
Rickyshaw.
we're all ready.
Okay,
Could have the pause, I think.
pause. So we are Team Rickyshaw Ponting, and we are doing the Rickshaw Run for our love of cricket, for our love of Ricky Ponting, Australian cricket captain legend, and for our love of our country, Australia. Am I right, fellas?
Cheers.
Cheers. Cut.
Cut that. Cut it there.
So was that?
Alrighty.
So who are you guys?
Well, I'm Michael.
I'm Josh.
And I'm Kyle.
And we are Team Rickyshaw Ponting doing the Rickshaw Run in 2016.
Yeah, heading to India next week, so a little bit apprehensive.
Carl, have you packed anything yet?
No, I was just saying this before. I haven't packed a single thing. I've started to think about the list. So the list is being thought about, but nothing has been packed at this stage.
Yeah,
What is exactly on this list of yours? What do you think we'll need?
Okay, so I know that the rickshaws aren't the most reliable vehicles in the world. Essentially, they're lawnmowers, right? That's what
I've been told.
led to
I've
believe.
never ridden a rickshaw, so
Yeah, well, basically lawnmowers.
does it even have a motor?
I've got a lot of sticky tape, and a lot of wire ties. You know,
Cable ties.
Cable ties.
Very important.
So you reckon we'll break down and you'll just put some duct tape around and that'll sort you out?
Yeah, basically.
Oh god. Kyle is actually our mechanic, so we're definitely relying on him fixing everything for us.
It's quite concerning that Carl's knowledge of mechanical things is well above either Josh's or mine.
We signed up for like 5 months ago, and then we put Kyle in charge of learning how a rickshaw is put together. So far, he seems to have come up with duct tape and cable ties.
I'm sure the locals, are very nice people, the Indians. They'll be able to help us out.
Hope so.
I also hope so, because I'm certainly not going to help these guys out.
So why the rickshaw run?
Josh, well, it was your idea, wasn't it? You found it.
Why the rickshaw run?
Well, you kind of brought it to us, didn't you?
No, I think that was a Kyle.
Oh, was it Kyle?
That was a Kyle thing.
That was a Kyle thing.
Yes.
Whoops. Captain Kyle over here.
Sorry, Kyle.
You've just thrown him under the bus. It's a sign of things to come.
Let's hope that's the only bus that we go under during our time on the rickshaw. No, so I took a trip to Sri Lanka with my brother, who's also going to be on the rickshaw run, and we enjoyed Sri Lankan roads that much with the intense traffic and the buses and the rickshaws that we thought, well, how can we further our love?
How can you get more of that?
How can we get more of that? More intense, a more intense version of that. So we heard about the rickshaw run, and then we got drunk one night, didn't we, Joshy?
We were actually sitting in a tent, I believe. It was thundering. I was actually a little bit worried that a tree was going to fall on us. We were quite drunk, got the computer out, and we thought it'd be a great idea to sign up and head over to India on a rickshaw run. So here we are a few months later. I'm not sure that's a great
Drunk again.
and filming something for you guys.
I don't think that you could possibly sign up to this sober, given the dangers that lay ahead. Am I right?
I know. I feel like they're probably overstated. Like, we're pretty responsible, right?
So you're going over there thinking that the danger is overstated.
It's gonna be fine. We'll be fine. It's it'll be fine. Just eyes on the road.
Arrive alive.
So why are your teammates good or bad company for the adventure?
Well, I know how to play cricket.
You need to answer with a statement there, buddy.
What was it? Oh shit. Okay, sorry. There he goes.
Golden's frozen right up now.
Ruin the tape.
Well,
But Golden does know how to play cricket.
I guess one of the reasons why I would be handy to be on the team is I do know how to play cricket, and we are wearing baggy greens, so we are going with the cricketing kind of theme. We're hoping to engage a lot of local people in a bit of cricket playing. We're going to tally up all the scores each day from every game, and have, I guess, us versus the Indians. I'm not expecting a very good result, but I have at least picked up a cricket bat a few times.
I have not.
I have never professionally played cricket. A bit of backyard cricket.
Yeah.
But I think
Would you call this a professional level what
Bit
we're
of,
heading into?
we're going to have to be professional. There are how many Indians are there? There's 1 point how many billion versus 3.
About a
I think
The
we're
odds
struggle.
are not in our favour.
No.
Bit of Kanga cricket back in the day, the little junior Kanga cricket. Played a bit of that.
Yeah.
The plastic bats.
Yep.
Whether that'll be useful.
So, do we need to describe to our audience out there what is cricket?
Yeah, tell us a bit about cricket, Golden.
As our resident cricket
As the
expert,
only
what is
one who-
cricket?
Well, I guess it's pretty much a 5-day baseball game
Right.
with tea breaks and lunch breaks to have a bit of food and a
That
bit of
sounds
drink.
good to me.
Yeah, there's only 2 bases, as opposed to having 4.
Yep.
I'm explaining it in this sense for the benefit of our American viewers.
Yep.
But yeah, it's pretty much, you go out there, you hit a ball around a field, and you try and hit it as far as you can. You get a certain amount of runs, and the team with the most runs wins.
It's truly a gentleman's sport.